So Tim McCreadie, the Sweetness Plus Longhorn, Don O'Neal, the Clint Moyer Peak Antifreeze, and Coolin, Club 29. We are underway at Batesville Motor Speedway. See how tire wear is this afternoon on the turn 4. We've had some very good afternoon races, though, when we have run. McCreadie leads into 1, O'Neal second. Richards runs in third, Owens fourth, Earl Pearson Jr. runs in fifth. Down the back straightaway, Tim McCreadie coming on strong. Late last Saturday night at FloRacing Speedway, lap 97 got the lead from Scott Bloomquist as those cars in the back trying to make their way up through there. You don't want to get lapped early on here. As we head down the back straightaway, McCreadie your leader, O'Neal second, third is Richards, fourth is Owens, fifth is Pearson, sixth is Lanigan, seventh runs Garrett Landers. And you have eighth Robert Baker, ninth Shannon Babb, 10th is Hudson O'Neal. McCreadie down the back straightaway to turn number 3. The winner here back in 2008. Down the main straightaway. Into turn number 1. Now this will be interesting. This will allow Don O'Neal and Josh Richards to close. As McCreadie trying to work his way around fellow Longhorn driver Boom Briggs in turn 2. 12 in the books here down the back straightaway. It is still the 39 of McCreadie, O'Neal, Richards, Owens at Pearson, and here comes Lanigan at 14. Of course, like last year's rainout, Lanigan, his first full year in the Lucas Oil Series, did not get to run the Topless 100. He had not made a start here in this race since 2004. As right now, Boom Briggs in front of your second place car, down at 11-4. So O'Neal will have to work the outside. In fact, they may be good news, try to widen out that group. Out of 2, Richards is there down the back straightaway. O'Neal up top, now we'll bring it back down. Here comes Owens at 20. Heavy traffic for your leader. Into turn number 1. 15 in the books. It's still McCreadie, O'Neal, Richards, Owens, Pearson. As they come down the main straightaway, now O'Neal's close to the 2-car length. Richards will follow him into 1. Now for the lead, the battle in turn number 2. As they head down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3. Out of 4. It's tight battle here for lead behind Rettig and Tanner Kellick, the youngster, into turn number 1. Down the back straightaway they go. Into turn 3. Out of 4. Tim McCreadie down the main straightaway. Don O'Neal's right there at second. Both drivers looking for another huge payday here in the month of August. Tanner Kellick slips up out of the groove. He'll let McCreadie by. McCreadie dives into turn 3 now. So the lap car of the Louisiana youngster, the 19-year-old Tanner Kellick between first and second. O'Neal and McCreadie. And we got a car slowing in turn number 3. It's the 3K of Tanner Kellick off the pace. And the caution is out. Caution is out for Tanner Kellick. Let's see who's going to abuse their tires, who is going to take care of them here. They babe him out of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway, McCreadie at the line, 25 in the books. O'Neal, Richards. Then it's Owens and Pearson again remaining your top 5. McCreadie good on the restart down the back straightaway. Now Richards all over O'Neal. Josh Richards in his first Topless 100 now trying to find the bottom on Don O'Neal. Out at turn 4 down the main straightaway. Pushing O'Neal to try and abuse that right rear Hoosier into turn 1. Out at 2 down the back straightaway. Still McCreadie, Don O'Neal, Richards, Owens. 4th, Pearson, 5th, Lanigan, 6th, Garrett Landers, 7th, 8th is Baker, 9th is Babb, 10th runs Hudson O'Neal, 11th is Billy Moyer, 12th is Garrett Alberson. Then you have Erb Jr., Billy Moyer Jr. Still McCreadie right now. Out of turn 4 on cruise control into 1. And the caution is out. Bobby Pierce slowing in turn 3. So Bobby Pierce in his first career Topless 100 on the Lucas Oil Late 100 Series 2 right at turn number 4 down the main straightaway. Green is back out. Richards taking a peek at the into 1. Now the sun has come back out, so we'll see how that affects everything on the handling of the cars. Down the back straightaway, Richards takes a shot at O'Neal. Backs out of it now. Owens and Pearson now. As they come out of turn number 4, McCreadie pulled it away down the main straightaway. McCreadie to turn number 1 now. That right rear, they are leaning on him, and now the caution is back out. Top 10 remains the same. It's McCreadie, Don O'Neal, Josh Richards, Jimmy Owens, Earl Pearson Jr., Darrell Lanigan, Robert Baker, Garrett Landers, Hudson O'Neal. Billy Moyer now runs in 10th as Babb was in the top 10 down the back straightaway. And Richards gets around O'Neal. Josh Richards gets around O'Neal. And Josh Richards now second place in car number 1. So the top 2 in the points. Headed to turn number 1. 44 in the books. So Josh Richards picking up the pace down the back straightaway. Looking for win number 9 this year to Lucas Oil Label to Dirt Series. His dearest competitor to the points, Tim McCreadie, is second right now, right in front of him. McCreadie second to the points. McCreadie leads this race. 45 in the record books this afternoon. McCreadie looking for his second career Topless 100 win. Richards in his first start in this race. Into turn number 1. Don O'Neal back to third. Fourth remains Jimmy Owens. Fifth is Pearson. Sixth is Lanigan. Seventh is Baker. Eighth is Garrett Landers. Ninth is Hudson O'Neal. 10th remains Billy Moyer. 11th is Erb. And meanwhile for the lead, the top 2 into turn 1. 39-1 as we head lap 48, working on that down the back straightaway. Too shy of the halfway mark. Once we get halfway, it'll become an official race. Just in case the rankings. Don O'Neal in trouble of a turn 4. Don O'Neal in trouble of a turn 4. He's got a tire down. And Don O'Neal, he does the right rear tire down to the Clint Boyer number 5 for Don O'Neal. Steve Francis has worked his way up through there. Austin Rettig as well. Still not over for a long way to go as they lean on that right rear Hoosier. Get it at turn 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. How will they hold up? As they come out of turn number 4, lap 49, it's Tim McCreadie out in front here at Batesville Motor Speedway. Down the back straightaway, Josh Richards second, Jimmy Owens third, Earl Pearson Jr. fourth. Darrell Lanigan runs at 5th. I tell you what, a car that's on the move is this 94 of Austin Rettig. Austin Rettig has changed tires. He's going to the outside groove. Down the main straightaway, Rettig for the spot in the top 10. How about the extra into the 0 will follow? Here comes Bloomquist down the back straightaway. Bloomquist has fresh rubber on the 0 as they work the outside now. 2 lines out of turn 4. In the 1. Meanwhile, your leader is still McCreadie. Richards, they try to pull away from the field. Rettig trying to make it work down the back straightaway. He's worked around Satterlee. Austin Rettig now trying. He's going to go to the top 10. Out at turn 4. Here comes Rettig down the main straightaway. How about the youngster out of Sykeston, Missouri? Scott Bloomquist now down the back straightaway. Here comes the 0. Scott up to 13th. Bloomquist is pitted. He started in position number 23. Down the main straightaway. And now Bloomquist another spot. He gets around Francis to the inside of Satterlee. Rettig down the back straightaway. Rettig around Erb. Austin Rettig. Get it going out at turn 4. Here he comes. Here comes Bloomquist. Bloomquist to the outside of Culp. Down the back straightaway. McCreadie is pulled away from Richards now. But Austin Rettig is on the move. He is up to 8th in the 94. Trying to make it last down the main straightaway. 55 in the books. Austin Rettig to the outside of Billy Moyer down the back straightaway. Does Moyer know he's there? They go side by side into 3. Bloomquist will follow. Bloomquist up to 11th. Bloomquist up to 11th of the 0. Trying to become the first 5-time champion of this race. Meanwhile, it's still McCreadie way out in front. But Austin Rettig on the outside, get around Hudson O'Neal and Robert Baker. 2 for the price of 1 for Austin Rettig down the main straightaway. Bloomquist around Erb. Bloomquist has followed Rettig up through there. And here comes Bobby Pierce now down the back straightaway. Pierce is pitted. He put on 2 rear tires. He's to the outside. As those drivers that are not pitted now, starting to wear down the main straightaway. Austin Rettig to the top 5. Out at 2 down the back straightaway. He's got it. Rettig around Lanigan. Here comes Bloomquist now. Bloomquist to the outside. And now Lanigan shuts the door. Austin Rettig has drove all the way to 4th. Down the back straightaway he goes. Bloomquist around Lanigan. Into turn number 3. Meanwhile, it's still McCreadie. Second. How about Austin Rettig side by side with Jimmy Owens? Austin Rettig. Scott Bloomquist putting on a show this afternoon. Down the back straightaway. Are you kidding me? 40 to go. Austin Rettig will take 3rd. Here comes Bloomquist. He's going to the top 5 into turn 1. Out of 2 down the back straightaway. Rettig has it. Jimmy Owens is like, what is going on? Where did that 94 come from? Meanwhile, McCreadie is slowed down as Richard just caught him. Rettig to 3rd. Here comes Bloomquist to 5th. Bloomquist to 5th in the 0. The way they're going to blow right by the leaders. Austin Rettig, the race of his career for the lead. The crowd comes to its feet. Austin Rettig from the tail. Are you serious? Takes the lead. Here comes Bloomquist at 4th. Scott Bloomquist to the outside. Rettig, your leader. Austin Rettig on lap 64 has the lead. Unbelievable. Bloomquist to the outside. Bloomquist to the outside. McCreadie is a sitting duck. Bloomquist to the outside. Into turn number 1. Bloomquist to the outside. Austin Rettig and Scott Bloomquist. Now McCreadie shuts the door saying, and the caution is out. Caution is out of the track. Billy Moyer. So that with McCreadie to the infield. Bloomquist will go to 2nd and 0. Austin Rettig has a right rear flat tire in the 94. So he's going to have to pit again. And that means Scott Bloomquist will be out in front. How about that? Francis is now 5th. Babb. Boom Briggs is up there now. On the restart, here comes Boom Briggs. 3 wide into 1. They're just going to let her go right now because you got fresh. You might as well just go for it. Bloomquist out at turn 4. Out in front of Batesville. What else is new? Trying to become the first 5-time winner. Out at turn number 2 down the next straightaway. Bobby Pierce to the outside. There's no cushion. It doesn't matter. Bobby Pierce to the outside. Meanwhile, Bloomquist pulling away. Scott at the start-finish line. 71 in the books, 29 to go for $40,000. Jimmy Owens hanging on. Pearson, Babb, Darrell Lanigan. Pierce to the outside. 0 looking good out of 4. The crop production, Martin automotive. Reese Monument 0. In at turn number 3. Here they come out of 4. Pierce to the outside of Garrett Landers now. Erb will follow him into 1. Shannon Babb has gotten around. Landing, as we mentioned, he's behind the 1 of Pearson as the 0 clicks off another lap. 2-3 wide racing here on back. Not only trying to be patient, but trying to save that tire as they go to 1, and then Babb gets around him. Shannon Babb goes to 2nd. Now he'll set his sights on the 0 down the back straightaway. Shannon Babb in 2nd. Owens back to 3rd. Pearson 4th, landing at 5th. 6th is Pierce. And we got a car slowing on the main straightaway. It's going to be Steve Francis in the 15. And the caution is out. Caution is out for Francis. Trying to go to the top of the victory heap here at Batesville Motor Speedway with his 5th Topless 100 win. And trying to gain the valuable points. The Hall of Famer on turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Scott Bloomquist with the lead. Into turn 3. Owens trying to stay with him. Shannon Babb 3rd. Pearson now. Bobby Pierce works the outside. Satterlee on the bottom. Erb has gotten around him. Dennis Erb Jr. up to 5th. Down the back straightaway. 20 to go coming up. Now Bloomquist pulling away from Owens. Babb will have to rework it, trying to get around. Trying not to let Bloomquist get too far out in front. Here comes Erb. Here comes Satterlee. Now Pierce has dropped back to the middle. Satterlee the outside. Gregg Landon go to the outside. Satterlee. We got a car slowing on the main straightaway. It's a flat tire for Robbie Stuart. Robbie Stuart, and the caution is out. Caution is out for the 6R. 20 shy of that, the end of the race. Here we go, back out. Bloomquist into 1. Jimmy Owens now trying to make it work for the all 100 laps here this afternoon. Babb running in 3rd. Here's there comes Satterlee on the outside. Gregg Satterlee on the outside's got it going. Here comes the Indiana, Pennsylvania driver cruising under turn number 4 down the main straightaway. And Satterlee on the outside. He'll take the spot for Pearson. Could Satterlee pull up the upset this afternoon? He'll go to 4th down the back straightaway. The Robbie Allen Crew G22 car. He's got it going. He has got it going like Austin Rettig. Out of turn 4, Satterlee down the main straightaway. He'll go to the outside of Shannon Babb. Gregg Satterlee out at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Now got it into turn number 3. Trying not to abuse that tire, but trying to stay right there. Out at turn 4 down the main straightaway. Satterlee almost 3 wide for the 2nd spot into 1. He's got it. Satterlee to 2nd. Work lap 84. Into turn 3. Down the main straightaway, it's Bloomquist. Satterlee coming on strong. Owens in third. Babb fourth. Erb to the outside. Dennis will take fifth. Gregg Satterlee down the back straightaway. He's got 16 laps to catch Scott Bloomquist, who right now is pulling away down the main straightaway. But right now the zero, that last time around, he's picked it up at a 13.8. 0 to 13.8, 14.2 for Satterlee. And the caution is back out. Caution back out on the racetrack. Satterlee, Babb, second and third. Erb is fourth. Fifth is Owens. Here they come in at turn 4. 12 to go with the Comp Camp Topless 100. Satterlee, oh, he didn't make a stick. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Babb takes second. Satterlee got in there 2 on now. Satterlee the outside. They go side by side into turn 4. Bloomquist down the main straightaway. Satterlee now. They're side by side into one the battle for second. Gregg Satterlee, Shannon Babb, Dennis Erb Jr. And we got a car slow. Caution is back out. Bobby Pierce with a caution. Out of turn 4. Here they come. Into turn number 1. Satterlee much better this time, but Babb on the bottom. Into turn number 2. Babb's got it. Satterlee slips up. Here comes Erb down the back straightaway. Dennis Erb Jr. on the bottom. Great race for a second. Meanwhile, Bloomquist out of turn 4. 10 to go. Shannon Babb, can he catch him? Oh, we got a big wreck at 4. They're all over the place. Out of the ballpark. Started as a provisioner this afternoon at 23rd. He pitted back before the halfway mark. Has come up through there for the lead. Meanwhile, Satterlee works the outside. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Erb at the bottom. Jimmy Owens still hanging on for that 5th spot. Satterlee to the outside. 0 to turn 4. Bloomquist down the main straightaway with a lead at a 1. Battle for second side by side at a 1. Babb and Satterlee. Gregg Satterlee trying to build up that heat back at that 22 down the back straightaway. Babb now pulls away briefly. Out of turn number 4, Shannon Babb trying to go back-to-back in the Comp Camp's Topless 100. Last year's race rained out. He won in 2015. We stay green into 1. Out of 2 down the back straightaway. 8 laps to go. Scott Bloomquist. This time a week ago, 97 laps. He was 3 away from victory. And Jimmy Owens slows in turn 4. Jimmy Owens slows in turn 4. He may have a tire down to the 20 car. Jimmy Owens slowing into 1. And the caution is out. Caution is out for the 20. So everybody has had tire wear in this race now. Will not go to victory lane here this afternoon for the 3rd time at the top of this one. And now, can Shannon Babb catch Scott Bloomquist? Babb came for 13-2. He's looking for the win. Babb on the bottom. Out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. There goes. Scott Bloomquist pulls away 3 and 4 car lengths into 3. The 53-year-old Hall of Famer out of Mooresburg, Tennessee, down the main straightaway, trying to become the first 5-time winner at turn number 1. He first won this race back in 1999. Out of 2, down the back straightaway. Shannon Babb runs in 2nd. 3rd is Gregg Satterlee. 4th, Dennis Erb Jr. 5th is Breazeale. Landers works the outside. Down the main straightaway. There they are. Good battle there. Garrett Landers and they get together. Lanigan and Landers into 1, but they hold on. Meanwhile, Bloomquist pulling away. Scott Bloomquist 13-7. Last time around, making a 13-8 then. Satterlee to 13-9 as he's taken the 2nd spot from Babb down the back straightaway. Erb 4th, Breazeale 5th. Bloomquist down the main straightaway. Lap 97. Down the back straightaway. Scott Bloomquist out of turn 4. 2 to go. First 5-time winner, 2 laps away from getting it done. Break that tie with Billy Moyer. Scott Bloomquist, 1999, 2001, 2006, 2011. 1 more to go. 2017. And the caution is out at Shannon Babb. Slows in turn 3. Shannon Babb slows at turn 3, your 3rd place car. As they come out of turn 4, the green, the white, and the checker to determine for $40,000 in a turn 4. Here we go. Satterlee trying to make it stick on the inside with the 0 down the back straightaway. Scott Bloomquist to Durham powered Swede. Bloomquist into 3. Satterlee trying to work that middle, trying to find enough rubber. And we got a caution back out again. Try to hang on, 2 to go on the restart. Satterlee, Erb. Gregg Satterlee trying to make it stick there. Erb on the bottom out of 2. Down the back straightaway. 0 great on the restarts. Out of 4. Down the back straightaway. White flag, 1 to go. McCreadie working the outside, down the main straightaway. McCreadie trying for the comeback, trying to get a top 5 Richards behind him. Scott Bloomquist into turn 3. The first 5-time winner in the history of the Cup Camps Topless 100 is Scott Bloomquist. Gregg Satterlee second, Dennis Erb Jr. third, fourth Breazeale, fifth says McCreadie at the line. Boy, that was highly entertaining. Good job. Congratulations.
Thank you. The car was awesome. You know, once we moved out, got outside, you know, got by a bunch of cars and just had to take it easy on the tires.
Now, where you started, of course, starting there in the back, did you have a strategy early on? Was there a lap in your mind that you wanted to make a pit stop on if there was a caution?
Yeah, we were looking somewhere in the 40s, and that's what worked out for us. So, you know, I thought, and I just kept watching the lead cars, the good cars, and they were starting to have trouble on lap 60. You know, so I knew we had enough if we just kept the car straight. But yeah, you know, everything was great. Everything ran smooth today. Car ran cool. Andy Durham engine ran great. You know, we just can't thank everybody enough. All my help, all my sponsors, the boys that work on the car. It's been a rough one.
I tell you, the 94 car there, Austin Rettig, he showed the way up through there. You followed him up through there from the back.
Yeah, you know, he was out there and he was getting with it pretty good, you know, but he was using his tires up doing it. And, you know, I just wanted to get out there and not push the envelope, not be pitching the car around and sliding the tires and burning them up. But I knew when we moved out that was the place to be. But once we got in the lead, we could sweep wide in the straightaways and then clip the corners low, you know, and that was the fastest groove.
Were you a little bit worried there at the end? I know you maybe look on the scoreboard, Shannon Babb's there, Satterlee's there. Were you a little worried about those two?
I wasn't worried about getting past as much as just being sure, hoping I had enough tire left to finish the race. And, you know, we got a thumbs up from some of the guys in the pits. Saw they could see some grooves still left in the tire. So, you know, we still didn't push it quite as hard as we could have at the end, though.
You had obviously the best car last weekend up until lap 97. And you look on there and there's a caution with 98 laps in the book. You said, oh, no, not again.
Yeah, again, I wasn't concerned about anything other than tire wear. You know, I knew the car was fast enough and we could carry it, you know, as long as we didn't have a flat.
Nobody had a cushion to work with today, did they?
No, that's what I said last week. I said, well, there won't be no cushion next week. We'll see what happens. You
and Billy came into this race, 4 wins down. You're the only 5-time winner of this race. How does it feel?
It feels good. You know, this is a tough race. There's, you know, a lot of different track conditions every time you come. You know, I really enjoy this racetrack. We're glad to be a part of it, and I look forward to coming back.
Good job. We'll see you next weekend.
Sounds good.
Great run today, Gregg.
Yeah, thank you. We had a really good car. I was really just happy to be up here and get a top 5. We've had a little bit of a struggle with our season here lately, so we've been working to try to get better and made good decisions on the car. I was a little bit tight after hot laps, and we tried to just make the car drive as freely as possible so we could save tires. And we had a lot of tire left on the right rear. We pitted 60-some laps in, and we just kind of took a guess at when we needed to get a new tire, but was able to get in and out quick and got ahead of a bunch of cars there, and then really was able to make the middle of the racetrack work really well, and was able to get right to second, and then Scott was awful good. I thought maybe I'd been able to roll him on the outside, but it was pretty hard. There was a fine line of too high and not being high enough, but congratulations to him. It's just good to get a good run today. The rocket chassis was awesome. Andy Durham motor ran flawless. Integra shocks and springs, Batesville Motor Oil, everything. Everybody that helps us out makes this possible, and just thanks to all the fans for coming back today. Couldn't make it happen last night, which just unfortunate conditions. We probably would have been unsafe and wouldn't have been good. So we stuck it out and ran today and had a good run.
Well, you rode around there pretty good. You got around 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place. Very little issue there. Got up there to second. You and Shannon had a good race there. But Scott just out there, you just could not gain enough ground on him.
No, I thought maybe I'd have a chance for those last couple yellows, but my safest bet was just kind of tucking in behind him and staying in the rubber and not doing anything dumb and losing spots for no reason. So we'll take second, and this is a step in the right direction.
And a pretty good payday, $20,000. That made is that the biggest of your career?
Yeah, I didn't even know what it paid. Yeah, that's the most yet. So that's awesome. To be long ride home back to Pennsylvania, but I guess we got a little money in our pockets. So that's good.
This Erb Jr., good run here today, third in the Topless 100. Good payday for you as well.
Yeah, thanks. We had a good run. We pitted there about halfway, got some fresh tires, and was able to, conserve them there towards the end. So we didn't have much left at the end there, but we were able to hold on for third.
Did you have the strategy like the rest of them probably coming into it? If there was a caution, you were going to duck in for tires at some point?
Yeah, that's that's what we had planned. The way the racetrack was and that, and I just felt that we needed to have some fresh tires on there for the to get to the second half there. So we had a good run, car run real good. Just happy with everything there. Black Diamond car worked good tonight. Thank all of our sponsors, Ideal Ready Mix. M&M Painting, M&S Concrete, and McBride Mac. Got to give a shout out, happy birthday to my main sponsor, Johnny McBride. Missed his birthday party today, but we brought home a third place for him, so we had a good night.
And a $10,000 payday. Good purse here this afternoon.
Oh yeah, that's definitely helps there. Get us up and down the road, keep this thing going.
We'll see you next weekend.
Yep, thanks.
Austin Rettig, heartbreak here today at Batesville, man. You drove from the tail of the field pretty much to the lead. Just take us through that drive to the front.
Yeah, coming from the tail, we changed the tire about lap 30 there, somewhere in that region, and the car really started working on the high side. I could momentum it up at the top and come on down, get a lot of momentum down the straightaway there. It was heartbreaking. We kind of had a line nobody else was running and felt really good, but that thing happens. I was just blessed to be able to have that opportunity.
And who you got to thank today for putting you down here?
Yeah, I got to thank my parents. They're supporting me, Retco Trailers and D&D Trucking. Ronnie Stuckey and his crew busted their tail this week to get this car Monday and Tuesday together, and brand new car, first time out on it was Thursday. So we're pretty happy with it. And most of all, I got to thank my Lord and Savior,